Welcome to the mighty Trigon, the smallest fighting surface in combat sports, where 90% of our fights end with a knockout. Featuring the biggest roster in the sport, we showcase the best bare knuckle action from around the globe. This is BKB, Bare Knuckle Boxing.
The Trigon is once again landed in Jacksonville, Florida. Tonight, we have a multitude of fights with title ramifications. And in our main event of the evening, someone will leave with a Police Gazette diamond belt wrapped around their waist. Hi again, everybody. I'm Mike Goldberg. Welcome to BKB 41. In life, they always say, success is where preparation and opportunity meet. They also say in the Gladiator Code, as a fighter, I'm willing to fight anytime, anybody, anywhere, even if it changes the week of the fight. And that is what happened when the battle with the scale was lost by Ruan Uba. It meant that Jorge Bagallo, instead of starting off the night in style, he will end the night with an opportunity to win a championship. That is our main event of the evening for Jorge Bagallo. He moved from Cuba 8 years ago. Very respectful, very excited, very honored to fight in the Trigon. He said to us early, he said, I'm coming for it all. And all of a sudden tonight, it all is right in front of him. Standing across the Trigon is Kid Gotti, Jared Grant, who will fight bare knuckle tonight for the 10th time in his professional career. 5 of his 6 wins have come by way of knockout. The winner of this interim title fight will face the lightweight champion, Julio Tenori, next. So it's all action here tonight, and we started out in style like always. So my friend Big Mo, here we go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Jacksonville, Florida. Tonight's home for BKB 41, the Brawl in Duval 2, where all 8 bouts on the card tonight will take place under bare knuckle rules inside the smallest surface in combat sports, BKB's mighty Trigon. And we open our main card with 5 3-minute rounds in the super middleweight division, brought to you by AMG Accident Medical Group. Our referee in charge when the bell rings is Wayne Spinola. Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with red trim, he stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. He weighed in at 164 1/2 pounds. He holds a bare knuckle record of 4 victories versus 3 defeats. And he fights out of Charlotte, North Carolina, introducing the 3-time BKB Fight of the Night winner. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Jett. And now his opponent standing across the Trigon, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the white trunks. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall. He weighed in at 163 1/2 pounds. He holds an even bare knuckle record of 1 victory versus 1 defeat. And he fights out of Los Angeles, California, introducing Tommy the Spaniard Aaron.
Of the night. Tail of the tape brought to you by Clue Nicotine Pouches. Ryan Jett, 3 years the elder of Tommy Aaron, also will have a 3-inch reach advantage. Set to get things started, Ryan Jett and Tommy Aaron.
Okay, fighters, come to scratch. Fighters ready? Fight!
Here we go! The Spaniard Tommy Aaron in the white trunks, Ryan Jett in the black trunks. A lot of MMA experience for Tommy Aaron. Had a tough fight of the night battle in his Trigon debut, September of last year in Denver, when he took on Henry Williams. They went the distance. Ryan Jett coming off a setback against Sam Liera, but he is always entertaining. 3-time Fight of the Night winner.
Yeah, Jett is the kind of guy, he's either at 0 or he's at 100 real quick, you know, so you gotta really be careful when taking on Jett, because he can explode out of nowhere. But Aaron, very, very composed. He's typically that kind of fighter where he'll slowly calculate things and then start to break you down. So it is up to Jett to sort of break that up with his offbeat rhythm.
As you can tell by the voice, joined by my powerful partner once again, the Magic Man, the former 2-time world champion, Paulie Malignaggi, Mike Goldberg, round number 1 of our first fight of the night from Jacksonville, Florida.
A few seconds ago, Jett landed a nice little right uppercut on the inside. See Edwards trying to, again, close that gap, but Jett doesn't make it easy because he has getting that offbeat rhythm.
Listen. Don't grab the wrist, okay? Don't grab the wrist. Fight.
Ryan Jett, without a doubt, as athletic, if not the most athletic and explosive fighter that we have on the BKB roster.
Stop.
Both guys getting a little physical, getting a little nippy in there.
The weigh-ins were a little tense. The handshake was waved off, if you will. So not surprising to see that it started like this.
And both of these guys have a little bit of MMA in their background, right? So they know that they know how to use those clinches and those high bombs on the inside, and even some tosses. Can you toss a BKB, Goldie?
You can
shift.
Kind of toss. You can shift. There you go. It might be a toss, but if you call it a shift, I think it's okay,
yeah.
Quality.
I guess it's the referee's interpretation. Nice shot there. Shot there from Edwards. And that's that thing about the Trigon. You get caught in the corner, right? That's what a second ago Jett got caught in the corner. He didn't take anything cleanly. He had his high guard, but he also wasn't able to respond after Tommy fired off those shots.
Tommy Aaron, born in Tampa, raised on a farm in Spain. He's a product of an amazing single mom, Nina. Came back to the U.S. from Spain with his mother's permission at age 15 to pursue a fighting career. 15 years later, he's starting the night off against Ryan Jett.
Shots hit to the body from Aaron. He's trying to close the gap again, and it's Jett who got himself trapped in the corner again here. It's the neutral corner.
Aaron trying to trick him with some footwork going into southpaw there, Paulie.
Respect the bell.
Good first round.
Time. Release each other.
Oh.
Now take points. You're not gonna like it. Don't do it. Get in the corner. Relax.
Got nippy at the end of that round, Goldie.
It did indeed.
After we went to commercial, still some wrestling, and Aaron put the head in the face of Jett. He was a slight headbutt there. I give Jett credit for staying calm there, but Aaron also seems a little frustrated with Jett's explosive closing of the gap, because when he explodes like that, he makes it really, really physical and sort of brings out some temper in Aaron as well. As Aaron now spits out some blood, he might have got caught with a good shot on the mouth here.
Aaron said to us in the fighter meetings, he won't be able to get under my skin. I think Ryan got a little bit under a layer or two in the first round. Swing and a miss. They work in the corner. Good movement from Ryan Jett. 9th fight in the Trigon for Charlotte, North Carolina's Ryan Jett. 2nd Trigon battle for Tommy Aaron. And a good matchup to get us underway.
Jett has drawn blood. Yeah, I think it was those short little uppercuts. He dips in and gets some good weight on those shots.
Well, we definitely found out a lot about Tommy Aaron when he fought Henry Williams. Going the distance, Williams scored knockdowns in the 1st and 3rd round, but Aaron is durable, as is Ryan Jett.
Yeah, Jett, we found a lot about Jett when he fought Cub Hawkins too.
Yeah.
A lot of character. Both of these guys, real tough guys.
Stop right clean. Stop right clean. Fight.
I think Aaron is a little bit confused on how to close the gap on Jett, because Jett, not only is he getting all beat with that rhythm and defense, but then he comes out punching explosively, so he almost starts to make you hesitate more and more the more as he's landing a few shots, and that's what I think Aaron is now hesitating a little bit.
Aaron turns the corner. Jett pushing the pace.
Nice shots here by Aaron.
As is the Spaniard. The only time Ryan Jett's been stopped holding was in that fight you just mentioned against Knuckle.
My time.
That shot there. You got to toss a shift.
1 point. 1 point.
Great round here for Aaron. As Jett has drawn blood, landed some good shots, and now he's lost a point.
Do any more of that. Fight fair. Do you understand me? Look at me. Fight fair. Got it? Right, you ready? Here we go. Fight!
You see again a little bit of hesitation now. Nice shot there from Jett, and that's why there's a hesitation, because it doesn't seem like Edwards can get a rhythm on or a timing on the way Jett explodes out of nowhere. So Edwards is trying to close the gap, but he's not able to sort of time the explosiveness of Jett again there. It's just trying, and you know what? The more you hesitate, it's actually worse. You might as well just enter and that's it. You know, you walk in. If you take your time entering and you don't have any of that offbeat stuff back to Jett, he's going to land that shot.
And a good left hook to the chin.
10 seconds.
Aaron has to move his head. Aaron has to move his head on the way in.
No, stop. That's a slip. Ready? Fight. Time. Okay, ready, guys? Here we go. Fight.
High level of physicality, always inside a bare knuckle boxing Trigon battle, but this one has been particularly physical. A lot of work in the clinch, a lot of strength, a lot of inside boxing. But a big second round for Ryan Jett. Point deduction for Tommy Aaron.
And Aaron is going to have to figure out a way to close that gap a little bit more deceptively. There he tries a big hook. Gets it a little bit smothered, but he's going to have to move his head on the way in. And now he's in here. At least when he's in, he's got to make it count. But watch him on the way in here now, because he's walked into so many shots. He's a little bit hesitant. Using the jab is a key as well. He's got to get back to that jab. He just used it there. That's something that can back up Jett a little bit. And that worked. That's a big shot. Set up a huge uppercut, I think.
4.
You could hear it, partner.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
It is all over! Tommy Aaron has finished Ryan Jett.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Wayne Spinola calls a stop to this contest at 54 seconds of the third round, declaring your winner by knockout, Tommy the Spaniard Aaron.